Yoi. Okay, so welcome into video number 2 with kata. We're going to start doing 2 katas now a week. I think that's worth doing. So we're going to spend 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes Haien Yondan, and then we're going to do 10 to 15 minutes of Gankak. Okay, so the second video is aimed more for the the second kata is aimed more for black and brown belts. So lower grades you can attempt it, but I won't be explaining any of the sort of basic principles behind the kata. We're just going to be going through the kata, so you might find that tricky. But the first video is Haien Kata, Haien Yondan. Again though, Haien Yondan is the fourth kata of the Haien series, and is aimed for green belts grading to purple belt. So look, if you're quite a long way from that level, if you're a white belt, orange belt, if you're a red belt, then I would strongly recommend that you don't do this video. I think it'll just confuse you. Instead, take advantage of one of our other videos. We've got Haien Shonan and Haien Nidan. It's always tempting to just want to sort of rush ahead, but I would suggest re-watching again those videos. And spending 20 minutes, half an hour practicing or doing that video. I think that would be more useful than trying to learn some of these more advanced katas. Okay, it's your choice. It's entirely up to you as to what you want to do, but that would be my recommendation. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about some of the principles of the kata, the full kata, and break some elements down. And then we're going to go on and do the whole kata, but in the compact version. Okay, so let's talk about the main kata to start with. So, yoi. Okay, the first 2 moves in this kata are critical and they must be done correctly. And the way we have to do it correctly is to control the movement into the stance. So the first move is done to about count of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the movement should be slow, controlled all the way through, with the hands and the feet moving at the same time. Okay, so it's a bit of a test of sort of body control and balance, right? So the correct way first. So from here, I'll count out 1, 2, 3, 4, so you get the idea of the timing as well. Okay, so from the first move, just watch me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you notice that it was kind of timed together. It's quite hard on mats. If you're on a hard floor, it's a little bit easier. Okay, but from here one more time. So this is done the correct way. And go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is what we're trying to achieve. Okay, thinking about the stance as well. So we talked in the last video for Haien Sandan. You've seen that. We discussed this first move quite a bit, okay, and we're still in the Zoom classes this week for Haien Sandan. Yeah. Then some ways that it's done wrong. So we get the foot moving in front of the hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yes, the hands are moving in time and slowly throughout the count of 4, but the foot just goes direct. Okay. Not so common is to see the hands moving on the foot at the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Something like that. Then also as well, we want to try to avoid as much as you can the sort of bouncing on the floor with your foot, the kind of rubbing on the floor. So we get this kind of position. So we don't want to do that either. Okay. So you might see, if you're watching videos on YouTube right now on katas, and if Haien Yondan is one of the katas that you are looking at, then you will see videos where people are doing this. So they will go straight into the stance, moving their hands up slowly like this. Okay, but this isn't right. Okay, we need to do it together. So everything connected, hands and feet always connected together in karate. When we're moving, our whole body should be moving in harmony together, and not disjointed where we're doing one and then the other. And you can see here, you're moving your feet and then just the hands. There's no connection. Okay. Sorry, there's a slight cut in the video there, just the camcorder needed charging. So let's move on. So I think we've done the first move there. We've explained what we need to do with that one. So we're going to move on to the yoke kyagis now. Okay. So from here, right foot forward, more toki.
A couple of key points here to mention. So as we're going into the yoke kyagis, we need to make sure we prepare correctly. So if we start in the correct position, there's more chance that we'll have the move correct at the end. Okay. If we start in the wrong place, then it's likely that the move will be wrong and we'll end in the wrong place. So as you move up, then making sure that we bring our foot in and both hands on our hip like this. Okay. Then from here, side kick, yoke kyagi, hand out, pull that hand back, and beauty. Okay, moving the front foot in halfway, just underneath, lifting our foot up, and balance, kick, and strike. Okay, so when I said about starting in the correct position, what I mean really is that we don't come out with our foot like this when we go to do the kick. Okay, so we need to bring that foot in here, close to our center of gravity, so that we can do the kick properly, and make sure our hands are here. When we do the kick, the backhand, the right hand, don't come away from your hip. So stay from this position here, lift up, hand on your hip, kick, and strike. Okay, in, prepare, foot up, center of gravity. Don't let the elbow come out. Kick, bring the foot back, but keep the hand out. This hand opens, and then we drive in with the elbow here. Okay, that's really important, so please make sure you can do that well. Then this section, the last thing we're going to talk about here. So, locking down, left hand get on the right, right hand agiki. But open hands, twist with your hips and strike. 2. Coming round, okay? Keep your hands where they are, kick with the back leg. 3. Press in block, left hand, right hand up. And strike backhand, Morotoki. Oraki. Okay, Oraki. So let me show you from this way. So we're going to go 1, palm out, this hand palm down. Twist, shift our stance, 45 degrees, and strike. 2. Kick with the back leg, keep your hand still. 3. Pull right hand towards your chest, roll the left hand down, bring the right hand up, and strike. 4. And this hand on your hip, okay? Sometimes I see people make this mistake, okay, Morotoki. So, not Morotoki, hand on your hip, left hand on your hip, right hand strike, okay? And also, make the move flow. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, and go. But, although it's flowing, there's still power in the techniques, okay? So there's still emphasis, kime, on the techniques. And we want to avoid any kind of like this, okay? So there's some important points for Han Yondan that you can have a go at and practice, please. And you don't need a lot of room to do that. So that's the full version of the kata, and those key teaching points there you can practice with not too much space. Okay, let's have a go at the compact version of Han Yondan. Okay, so from here. Feet together. はい。はい、done. Okay, starts off easy, same as the real kata. Ich, knee. And this is the same, san. Okay, now this is where we need to change it. So bring our feet back, hands back. Hold. And we have room, I think, to do this correctly, which is good. So we can practice this sequence here as you would normally do it. Okay, this is going to change. So this is the same here, but now this bit here, we need to kick and block on the spot. Okay, so we can't really do this section properly in any way. So we're going to go 1, 2, kick, 3, up, and then in, okay, on the spot. Not ideal, but all we can do. Okay, ich. And get back, my geri, punch, knee. San, feet together, my geri, 1, 2, and Morotoki, 3. Feet together, step 4. Feet together, step 5. Grab 6, elbow up, 7. Step on the spot, shuto. Hand up, shuto. second kata this week, so we're going to do Gankak. Okay, so it's quite an advanced kata, good for competitions. And with these advanced katas, we're not going to try and do sort of a compact version. It'd be a little bit too complex, I think, for these katas. So it's going to be a case of just trying to do the kata as best you can with the space that you have available for you. I'm going to go sideways like this. Okay, so this will be best for me. And hopefully, I might turn around so you can see different angles. Okay, let's try. Feet together, right, us, good, and cut, crane on the rock. Crane on the rock. So, first move is into koko stance, so bending your knees, dropping down both hands to your right hip, pushing back into koko stretch, and at the same time blocking with both hands. Your left hand is on the outside of your right hand, this way. Backs of your hands together, both fingertips up. Okay. This next move can be done fast or slow. It varies. It depends. There's not a set rule on this one. So it's same as high and go down. Okay. Tetsui and Gakuzuki. Okay. From here, lift this knee up and prepare Gidan. Turn, round and block. One important point here is to not make sure you don't go with all your weight onto this leg here, okay? We want to keep our weight backwards and we lift our knee up and turn. Then from here, up. Legs walk. Okay, then hands down, knees slowly. Okay, knee down go. So right leg kick, left leg kick. 1, 2, landing, X block. Okay? H. Okay, from this position here, Zen Snatch, feet in, hands to your right hip, Zen Snatch block. Then turn, Koko Snatch, hands open, sorry. No, hands closed. Hands closed, next one open. So from here, so we're turning a little bit lower than normal stance. Then from here, step forward, open. Okay? And next move, feet in, cross arms, push forwards, then good snatch, block. Okay. And from here, kibudach, hands out. So hands out like this, and we're in kibudach side stance. Forward so you can see this way. Okay. Crossing your arms and in, left foot in, arms by side, shoulders back. Okay, from here, Manjumai, hands open, 1. Then open your hands, step forward, over, 2. Okay, Manjumai. This one is a spin. So we're opening our hands, turning, spinning this way. Then drop down, 3. And 3. Okay, I'll just move sideways so you can see better. Okay, from here, up, and push your foot out, and double hand, uchuki. Double hand, uchuki. And right foot move, hands on your hips, knee. Then twist, think like basai dai. If you know basai dai, then it's kind of very similar. Foot movement, 2, 3. Okay. Then from here, turn your right foot round, pointing to the wall this way. Bring your back foot in behind you, on your toes, crossing your arms, double hand block like this. Okay. Then from here, look into your left, open your hands, and lift up each. This is just basically managing my block, yeah? Then knee, press down, and kick, san, and step, oizuki. Okay? Balance is the key thing here. Very difficult on mats, yeah? I don't normally train on mats, and keeping your balance on mats is very hard. You'll have the same problem on carpet, if you didn't on carpet. If you're on a wooden floor though, it's a bit easier. Okay, from here, pulling this front foot backwards, open your hands, weight onto your back leg, and lift your foot up. Over, press down, kiagi, and punch. This is Gyakuzuki, okay? So, Gyakuzuki, Gyakuzuki. And we try and straighten it out, and we turn the front, top half of our body around as much as we can to do the punch. Open your hands, bring the foot back, and balance. 1, press, 2, and kick, 3. Okay, from here, strike 1, elbow 2, 3, think about empty, your hands like this, 4, open hands, and turn, 5, pressing down, and 6, kick, and punch, or use a kikiai, and yari, right, and good. Okay, let's talk about the main element of this kata, which is the crane on the rock position. So, the first one's easy. You're going from a feet together position. Okay, hopefully you can see me here. You're going from a feet together position. So this makes it easy, but make sure that you still open up, and your leg is more or less straight at this point. Okay, and it's nice and slow. Bring this hand up. Think about blocking sotoki with the hands this way and down. Bend your knees. And on your hip. Balance. Then push. And step. Push. Okay. And there's a lot of ways of doing this sequence. Okay. And depending on the instructor, depending on the videos that you're watching, there'll be different ways. You'll be showing different ways of doing stuff. This way is pretty much the JKS standard way, and the way you should be doing the kata on the whole. Okay, so from here, then next move, you've got a couple of choices here. Then you can, if you're struggling with balance, then you can bring your foot back to here. So you keep it on the floor towards your foot, then as you get near your foot, then lift your foot up. Okay? But a better way, although it's a little bit harder, but a better way is to just lift your foot straight off the floor. So as soon as you move backwards, then lift up and balance. Okay. But the balance is harder, definitely harder. Okay, anyway, so one more time. Itch. And we're quite straight at this point. Knee pressing down. And push. Side. And push. Inch. So again, pulling in, either going direct or stepping in first and lift. Okay. Knee and side. Okay. The one thing I would say is be consistent. Whichever way you do it that way the whole time. Okay. 1. And this section here, this is the hardest bit of the kata actually. So from here, going with the elbow first. Okay. So opening the hands and feeling going with the elbow like this. Okay. And boom. Okay. So from here, boom. Here. So tati here. Okay. Tati. Your hand on top, which means you're looking under your arm, not below. Okay. You're striking to your chin. Striking to your chin. Your elbow point is going to be your chin height. So if you're putting your hand on top of the elbow, and the elbow's at your chin height, your arm's going to be pretty much in line with your eyes. Okay. So just slightly underneath. So from here, underneath. This way. Okay. Down, in. That's the same as and this move, the hardest move, in possibly all of karate. So hands up, open, open, and at the same time you do that, turn round. And you're trying to do that as soon as you can, and with balance, okay? Very, very hard to do right. And that's definitely one to practice, so you do that a few times yourself, just try to practice. Let's do it. And kick. And set to finish it. Okay. Let's do it one more time, all the way through. Just nice and slow, and if I think of anything as I'm going, then I'm just going to wait, big, and go. I'm going to start with you. Ready? Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Work. Left hand on the other side. Ich, ni, san, fist closed. Ich, hands open. Ni, san, shi, go. Open and kick. Turn in. Chish, touch. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock. Hai. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock. Chish, hash, ku.